Are we doing this? I guess we're doing this. Let's blast it off. Sup, Twitch? Let's get it on. Check it. Check it, 1, 2. Whoa. Yeah, blasting off. Tell me where you at in the chat. Boom. One time, 2 goes. Yeah, let's get some pads in here. Yeah. Yeah. Check it out, check it out, check it out. We're gonna put a lead in. Let's see who we got in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna take it one step back. We got Gina Hoshi is here from France. We got Blast Off from Valdemar Burning Hansen. We got Daniela Guerrero from Chile and Zach from California stalking. It's pretty. We got people from Germany, Melissa Gavin. We got Jeanette Larson here in heaven on the stream. My library system is starting with the curbside pickup after the holiday. I am from Denmark. Myself, Nathan, Raj. What's up? I'm from Portugal, Gamer Gill. Let's see. We're gonna do this for 2 hours for the stream's 50th anniversary. It's not really anniversary, it's just a little stream thing that we did for a couple weeks in the year. Dak S, how you doing? Hey, we're basically geographic neighbors. Hey, Nettie Sawiga Yogo is here. Before you were there, it was 4, now it's 50, of course. I'm from Indonesia. What are you thinking? And Smith is from California thinking. We got people over from Texas, I read a lot of. We got what's up, Twitch, Alice Neg, what's up? You Jew, is that how you pronounce that one? I don't know about you. We got Melbourne. Here from Constance is constantly honoring to be in front of ya. Moving to Twitch, Jeanette Larson. That's pretty cool. That Jeanette Larson, I'm on fire. Let's see. We're gonna put in a chorus so we can get breaks sometimes. Chorus. Yeah, chorus. Chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus. Yeah, chorus. Chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus. Yeah, chorus. Chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus. Yeah, chorus. Bring the beats back. Chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. So what are we gonna talk about today? We got a lot of time to get through, but what the hey? You hear from Norway? AA Bowser, Netherlands here, and I'm getting louder. Gonna boost it up, maybe give it a little spread around so it shows on both sides of your head. That S is saying I tried to Google it. What were you Googling? I couldn't see it, no. And Gita Chandelier says from India, 15-year-old kid has made a song called Cellular Shape of You. Another molecular like I hope that you knew. I hope that it is good. I'll check it out later. Right now I'm rapping and I can't spare the paper or the time to get it on my mind. I gotta rap for 2 hours, it's a waste of your time. Let's see if people are saying anything. Gumbledolf is here from Hamburg. What's that? Hamburger place, or is it a sandwich? Maybe it's both. Also, sandwich is also a place. Hey, What are we saying? Ha ha ha, Komarana is great and it's you chew, says you chew axolotl, that's right. Hi Tim, we got a dinosaur, aloha spirits. What are we clearly doing? Oh Alice, you gotta give me fuel to make this rap work. Tell me things to rap about. Science topics in the chat, what we chat about. Oh, we gotta visit the physics and the chemistry as my witness. Neurophysics and chemistry, neurobiology. Are we all just cells in a void or a vacuum? And say, oh, are we a brain in a vat? Electrical signals going back and forth. Everything that you knew is just that. Over your facts, oh, even the things coming into your eyeballs stat. The light, the sound, the colors and the hearing, all of that is just electric signals clearly in the neurons, and they combine them and make it into perception. You can find it, but are you a brain in a jar? Kind of. The jar is your head, and that's how you go around in the world. Oh. And you go and you look at squirrels. Oh, our Pad Blast 6 says rap about magnetic monopoles. I will try, although I don't know if they exist in string theory. Sometimes you can find them in the lines behind the supersymmetric string theory type things, but otherwise they seem to be absent from Maxwell's equations. Although it would be great if we could find them, it would prove quantum mechanics in a particular way. Quantized charge can be traced to the placement of particular magnetic monopoles, and also of course there would be just a kind of force that could come out of the magnetic structures of fields and such. Magnets have no monopoles currently. There is a hole in Maxwell's equations. See, on one hand you got divergence equals 0. On other hand, divergence is the charge, and a hero of that is the electrons and protons that got charges, and they're going on. But because there's no monopoles, it can only be di and quadrupole moments spinning and y, and that's why you can't make a magnet that attracts all of the magnets equally directions. This is so cool, Alice Neg, yeah. I want to thank you for taking a big part in the stream. You're a mod, so it's Zach S. Oh, I like the Discord, oh yes. You could go down there, oh mod party. Ladislav is here too, and he's not very boring. Nettie, Zerigo, y'all, yeah. Can we quantize gravity? Sure, yeah. Maybe there's ways to quantize it, but which is the right one? That might be surprising. Is it string theory, loop quantum gravity? Maybe something else like emergent gravity? Oh, maybe space-time isn't fundamental. Maybe we could get back to something more fundamental. That's mental, a little bit though. Oh, quantum mechanical, cause I don't know if there are continua. Oh, it doesn't seem to make sense to ya that there could be infinities in one little space all over the place. I feel like digital amounts of things make more sense. You can calculate with discrete math, and if you can't, it might be a problem. Like calculus works, but it's kind of a bodge, I know. Lucky ones, poor Prox still doing finals. Oh, that's true, R.I.P. Prox, put F in the chat for that. But apparently Prox is doing quite well. Maybe switching to chemistry or something. Magnetars function, they are magnets spinning round and round and round. The big nuclear magnetic resonances, basically a nucleus the size of a planet. Oh, a little planet actually, cause a neutron star has a much greater density. It's the weight of a star, but actually it isn't as wide as it. It's just a few kmc. Oh, but if it's spinning really fast, it can pull past lots of different types of matter. Oh, including making huge magnets at the poles, making things go out in a pulse. Oh, I'm not being nasty, Zach S says, but I'm just saying they're missing out on the mod party, and that's sad. Oh yeah, I don't want you to feel pretty bad, cause they can always watch that later. The haters don't like me, but I am greater than they are. Oh, Jacques Walumu says F, thanks for the F's all in the chat. Yeah, that's proof that we all care about the people that couldn't be on this beautiful stream. Oh, let's see what we got. Fundamental entropy. Is entropy really fundamental? Let's see. Cause entropy is math, and math is logic, and logic is maybe everything that's built on it. Imagine a universe without entropy. You wouldn't be able to see clearly. Actually, there would be entropy. If there was lots of entropy, there wouldn't be anything like you and me. The fact that entropy increases means that it's small, and that's why we can do anything at all. Oh, I gotta take a bit of a drink and think and swallow some spit that's in my mouth that's sinking. We're gonna go back to the chorus. I hope not to bore you. Let's go for 2 hours. Chorus! Oh yeah, chorus! Oh. chorus on the stream. What?
Chorus. Oh yeah, chorus. Oh, chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now.
Let's see, what are we gonna do now? Bring up the pad, yeah, I don't know how. I'm gonna keep this going for 2 whole hours, especially if my saliva ducts don't go out. Maybe 1 hour for YouTube and 1 for Twitch. Oh, don't go for hours too. Ooh, maybe 1 hour says you chew, but that's what I'm gonna do. Yoo-hoo! Cause it's 50, we've been doing this long. For too many streams, it's going on and on like the quarantine's strong. We never go on. Oh, I wish I could do it even longer. I feel like I'm maybe halfway through of getting really good at these streams. How about you? I just got better graphics in the chat. Just gotta figure out that. And then it's facts that we can only step up from here and maybe clearly make something good of this little community. But hopefully we can get outside and not have to rely on totally on the internet set of people that we can learn from. Cause people in the real world, where did they come from? They got better ways of communicating with other higher bandwidth, cause you can read facial expressions. This is beautiful, thank you. A.A. Bowser says, holy crap, that's new. He's actually gonna rap for 2 hours straight. I'm gonna try to, we'll see how we do. If the batteries last in this box, I think that they will. I clocked them and charged them before. I didn't think I'd get time before, but I did. I got some more juice into them, oh yeah. You wanna rap a little about the philosophy of science? What's that about? Science is a messy thing. It's still human even though we think that it's given to us by logic. In fact, it's not. It's a human process and it's a little bit fraught. There are ways to make it idealistic, Bayesian statistics and other things that we miss. But every time you try to put it in a box, science climbs out and it's not even hot. Oh, sometimes there are ways of knowing things that we haven't figured out how to put in science. Oh, you won't even talk, maybe I will. Energy, but talking is rapping, that's how I feel. Oh, I'll try to put it in a rap, answer your questions. Oh, I'm a baby mod, this is a lesson. Oh, philosophy of science, it's always changing. We got the scientific method, we're rearranging, but that doesn't answer all the questions like how to make your hypothesis in the first place. That's the place of a theorist. Oh, it's clearly not that easy to come up with it. Nearly all of them rely on the intuitions and internal logical structures that they can't envision. No, they can't put into words. It's kind of absurd that we can't reproduce Einstein just out of verbs. We can't put it down in a method how to be a great discovery of quantum mechanics. No. So you got to rely on your human intuitions, but maybe that's a time where that'll go away when we get neural nets and we discover everything that makes consciousness. Oh, maybe reproduce the process of hypothesizing, then we can produce lots of new science rising up to the top and never stop. Oh, Zach, does that answer your question? Nah, there's other parts of the philosophy of science, like how you go from one paradigm to another. Like at a time, there was a time when we thought that the sea was a calculation dependent on your velocity. Oh, then we clearly looked more at Michelson and Morley and found out that that hypothesis did poorly. Oh, and Einstein found that Maxwell had been right along. There's no particular path that is preferred through space-time. It's all the same, a 4D pseudo-Riemannian manifold. Oh, mod family. Oh, mods are clearly not just a thing from the 90s where they wore suits and had cool hair and said things like A-OK, yeah, I swear. Now the mod stands for moderator, that's where it's at. It's in Raj, what does it take to be mod? About that, it's pretty much however I decide it. If I see someone that I think I should hire, then I do. I ask them and then it's good. But I don't know. Right now I have enough, I think. Even now, mods are a little crowded. If I want mods, I'll probably put them in this chat. Oh, cause we need mods on the Twitch chat and on the YouTube. Would you like to do that? Maybe that could be a place to do there right now. Oh, Jan Larson wanted to do that too. Another rap topic, famous debates in science, yeah, I'm on it. Oh, there was a debate about the types of quantum mechanical interpretations that we can do. There still is. Oh, I like the many worlds interpretation. There's also Copenhagen and lots of others waiting in the wings, trying to get the turn like stochastic collapse and other absurd ones. Oh, like things like quantum Bayesianism. Oh, that's a schism in physics. Oh, and then there's others like which kind of structures are there in evolutionary evolutionary theory like, is there such thing as group selection, or is everything down at the gene level? Selfish gene versus individuals versus the collective, which one does it act upon? It turns out it can be both, but it takes particular amounts, and usually it's not. It's mostly genes acting on themselves selfish. If there's very convergent things, it can help it to go up to a next level, a major evolutionary transition. It's clever. That's another thing they're debated about, like endosymbiosis. Is it about a real thing or not? Did humans come from one single organism, or did the system combine? The bacteria align and go into your cells all the time and make themselves into mitochondria, and maybe also the nucleus. I don't know about ya, but that makes sense to me, and clearly it's been vindicated in 2013. 13, why is that 7 years ago? What was happening then? I don't know. What other debates have there been? Are there debates in chemistry I don't know about? Yeah, probably, but I'm not really up on the lore. You gotta settle that score, of course. Put it in the chat, tell me where it's at. What other debates have been there, and I can weigh in on them. Right now in theoretical physics there's one about what happens to a proton or baryon electron going in to a black hole. Does it disappear? Does it come back out? Information lost in the center. Singularities are hard. You don't know whether they collapse and keep the information gone, or whether it could re-emerges when the black hole moves on and radiation comes out of that. Clements and Gleason debate about succession was a pretty famous one in ecology, says Zach. I don't know about that, tell me more. See, Nettie Swago says quantized things is just the limitations of the universe's simulation. Gravity is much easier to simulate, and the black hole is a bug. I don't think so, man. Cause gravity is part of the equations, and it's simpler to have them than to fake them. Get them out. You don't have an Einstein metric that you can combine and warp and stretch and do all the things that you want to do with it. It's very geometrically simple in the end. But it's hard to realize by your human brains, cause there are simple things that can't be explained in a way that a universal human being can understand, like the monster group. It's so many dimensions that you can't compute or visualize with your brain, but it's out there, a simple mathematical symplectic structure. Favorite science board game, says Lacey Slinger. I don't know, Manny. I like Pandemic, it's pretty topical. Right now playing it would be logical, unless you're gonna freak out cause you can't stop that pandemic while it's hot. That's a real shot. We can simulate relativity, that's true. You can take a fluid, make it clear, and put it in a box and suck it out, and where it's sucked out there will be an open mouth type thing like a black hole. And if you use the waves space like the waves of gravitons, but you have them as photons, protons, and maybe some fermions. What am I even talking about? I lost the thread. It's hard to rap constantly. I'm gonna drop dead by the end of this stream, maybe. I don't know if this is gonna be popular, but clearly I put myself into it. Promise you that that's what I'm gonna do. Sorry, you chew. Is it possible to make a time travel telephone with tachyons? Maybe if they existed, but the problem with the tachyon is it goes faster than light, and it can carry along an arbitrary amount of energy. So everything decays into that, see? And then the universe would only be tachyons. And if the universe is only tachyons, then it's as if there aren't any tachyons. Come time and space have flipped, and space is time, and that's a rate. And then instead of 3 plus 1, we got 1 plus 3 universes. That's a function. So maybe we do live in a tachyon space, where we started with 3 time dimensions in 1 space. That could be. It would be the same. There'd be no way to tell if you were playing the game as a human being that's just going on, doesn't know, cause sometimes space and time flip in the flow of geometric general relativity, like in the middle of a Schwarzschild singularity. Actually, it's a singularity across space, cause time and space flip over the event horizon all the time. That's why you can't go faster than light to get out of them. It's not really light, can't go fast enough. It's that time ports inward instead of forward. What does it take to be a mod? Again, you asked me clearly. Did you ask me the first time? No, I just scrolled up. That's the same one that I answered, bruh. While Gleason, Clemens believed that the succession of communities was linear and deterministic, that a chaparral community, for example, would go through a consistent succession every time, while Gleason, a newcomer, argued that communities weren't so clear and deterministic. Clemens used his influence to bully Gleason out of the field entirely, but Gleason was eventually proven correct. That's how they be. I'm gonna have to listen to that when I can focus on it instead of the rhythm of rap. If it were me, I would more trust some of the already existing Discord mods to be YouTube chat mods. Maybe Alex, but I kinda wanna spread out the workflow and try different people in positions of power instead of concentrating it all over one group. And maybe we could see which one is doing it best, and maybe there are different people that could do it the test. I'm not sure, we'll see. Jan Hoffman says there a Twitch thing today. I might be able to join for that. No, probably not, Jan. Unfortunately, I didn't film yesterday. I tried to, but it turned out I had technical difficulties. I was visioning the cycle and typically I didn't get to the end, and instead I just figured out what shots I wanted to put in. So I'm gonna get off this rap after 2 hours flat. When I'm done with that, and I'm gonna go upstairs and take my lights and film all day and night till the edge of the fight, and probably finally tomorrow will be done. I hope so, if it doesn't get delayed by something again. That would be difficult. I'm trying to get this video out and then make a shout. Physics girl says hi. Is that real physics girl? Probably not. You don't have the proper sign in you, the phi, but that's cool. There are many physics girls in the universe. I didn't mean to imply that you're not a real one. You're just not Diana Cowan, the one that I know. Zach S says there can only be one Highlander. I don't know what that means. Would a wormhole give gravity and pull in? Probably. Our bad, it depends on the geometry of it. But yeah, wormholes from far away are kinda like black holes, probably. Alice says I'm a real physics girl. That's great, y'all all over the world. Getting more and more of you into the sciences, defying all the conventions and making appliances work better. Not appliances unless you count the LHC as a giant appliance. Maybe you do. Making all sorts of discoveries. Yeah. We're gonna sing the chorus.
The chorus. The chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus. The chorus. The chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus.
This is a chorus. Chorus of the magic Taurus. Chorus of the Taurus. I'm Dumbledore. My name is Dumbledore, Taurus man. What? Hydrate.
I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now.
We're gonna break it down for a little minute and see if we can rap about something other than physics. But maybe we can't, cause that's the main thing that I know. Sometimes when I burp, I gotta keep it in the flow. I guess this can be origami physics girl. That's true, your origami is insane. Alice, in my brain it goes. I can't figure out how you do the folds, no. Hydrate, says Hera Elder. I am the arrow guy. Yes, you are, Nathan. Yeah. Tell me what it is about arrow that I can say in the rap. Hey, Raphael, how you doing? Valentus says hello. I'm the mad one. I'm the bad one. A mad scientist. Are there such thing as mad scientists? Probably scientists that are defiant and probably get to the top and they don't stop. They don't fall into a box and instead they keep defying the system. And then after that, do we still like them? Maybe or maybe not. We say that they have fallen from grace, so they've lost the edge, but they're ahead in the race. I don't know. It's hard to tell when someone smarter than you thinks of something that seems confusing or shrewd or crude. If it's really that they're not too smart, or they figured out a new loop around of the art where they're found on something that you haven't found yet, that circles around to make a fool out of your bat. So is it hard to be a genius? Probably. I wouldn't know, it's not me though. If I were something like Einstein and someone said he isn't fine at being a brain, I would say, how would you know? Are you as smart as me? Did you make papers in 1905? 5 of them in a year? Clearly you didn't. What am I talking about? Sean Ale says, rap about your favorite tabletop game. Oh, I don't have one, I don't think, really. I liked Snakes and Ladders as a kid, but I don't play a lot of tabletop games. Is it true? No, I guess I like Settlers of Catan, that's a pretty cool game. I like collecting sheep and trading sheep for wood, and wood for bricks, and building all the castles all over this ish, and stopping other people from making it through, and put and rows to block them. Oh, you're new here? You think you can just get longest road? Well, you can't, I'm gonna do that. Take a largest soldier, so get a largest army and longest road, and everything explodes when I got all the ores and the wheat, and trade them all for the sheeps. And I got sheep and sheep, I'll trade my sheep for your sheep. It's just sheep all the time, sheeping and sheep in your mind. Why are there always so many sheep in that darn game? It feels like there's too much to make it work. We need more wool in the industry. Someone make sweaters in Catan, oh clearly. I haven't played lots of the extensions though. Maybe there's pirates or something that like wool coats. Has Tim been rapping ever since the stream started? Oh yeah, I have, and I'm gonna keep the fire going until we gotta close it out. We got half an hour left. Oh nah, that's not true. Half an hour going, hour and a half left, and we're just gonna keep flowing. All over the chat. Sheep, 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 Sarah Elder, nice. Oh my god, damn, Fakira era heaven. We're putting sheep in the chat. What do I know about sheep? The very woolly stat. The ones that we raise now don't ever stop growing their wool, cause we bred them deep at the top. And so if you get a sheep out into the wild and it stays, it just keeps growing over and over, and eventually you discover it after like 5 years, and it's covered from head to toe, and you need shears that are greater than any other shears you can have. So you get all the wool off in a big slab, and that way you can make like 50 coats, and you don't need Dalmatians, no. Seafarers of Catan use a sheep and wood to build a ship. That doesn't make sense to me. How do you use a sheep to build a ship? Is it just because the names are conjunction shit? Sheep and sheep and ship and strong animal. That's a business trip. Going over the sea with the seafarers and going to another island, clearly. If I had a sheep, I would probably hug it all the time and never ever shear, and just have a woolly cloud laying in my bed, and I'd keep it on the head and pat it till I'm dead. Wool of sails, I guess. I guess. But isn't sails mostly made out of canvas? And is canvas made of wool, or is it like linen or something? Someone tell me. Burlap sacks. Tim had a little sheep, a lamb, and Tim put the lamb in a big little can, and then set it off in a river to swim, and the lamb died and drowned. That's bitter. What am I thinking about? My mind is going in crazy directions after this game. It's only half an hour in, and I'm going insane. How are we gonna do another one? Hey, I keep sheep. I used to keep sheep, says the man Guzian. Tell me about that, peep. What? Back to science. Hey, Weird Tim is back and vibing. Weird Tim on Twitch, that's how we go. On Twitch we really keep it flow and loose and go, and we never know what's coming out of my mouth. It could be kinda scandalous, that's what I'm about. Is there gonna be Twitch? Only stream for today. Sorry, you know what I mean. Cause I gotta go film Quarantine and make it into a video to put up on the scene. Back, says Fakira Aka. Fakira era, that's a fact. Did you ever think Bolsa was collected like a human took it to sheep and said, until I take it, I would collect that fur and be like, I'm gonna use that in stir. It probably isn't that hard to think of. Hey, that sheep looks warm, I'm gonna steal that stuff. It's like a fluffy cloud, I like to rub on it, and when I put my hand in, I get warmer. So maybe I'll take it off and see what I can do with it. Maybe put it around my shoulders and go to the fire and be warmer in the dark. And maybe I'll be protected cause sheep have oils in their skins that protect you from little bugs and things. I don't know how it began, man. That's lost to time, like of the civilization. How did we make fire or build the nation? I'm not really sure. Fire, we didn't do it first. There's birds in the south of Australia that use fire to light other fires all around, and when they fire up the grasslands, they carry things in the beak and land with them, and they set a new patch and sit back and watch all the rats scatter, and then they go and have a monster snack. And then they take another fire branch, move to the next zone. That's how they pretty stance. Mechanics of sheeps. If there was a spherical sheep in a vacuum, he probably wouldn't have air resistance, but usually a sheep does, cause wool is pretty dense. Gino Hoshi. I see that makes more sense given we're both mammals. You see humans feeding infants with milk and say maybe cow milk would taste good too. But humans also have hair, so maybe that's how we got there with the sheepy. What's the weirdest thing that we use from animals? I'm sure there's weird things that we didn't plan for. Like if you use a poison dart frog to make poison for your arrows, that's not a real hard thing to figure out. That frog poisoned me, I'm gonna steal that, use it on enemies. Spherical sheep in a vacuum. Firebirds, yes, Sarah, look it up, that's real. It really happens. Birds take the fire and they plant it. So they've been using that hunting technique since before we did, but we still to steal it clearly. Some people think that humans early on used fire similarly to clear all of the forests and to the animals that were already half cooked, and that's how we made other animals extinct, like the giant, I don't know, mammoths and things, and the South American bandits, the sloths that made the big canals, that we took them away and we replaced them with ours. And then they had no place to grow the avocados that they used to snack on. But luckily for the avocado we saved it, cause even though its natural thing was gone, the giant sloth, we took it and cultivated in our lawns, and now it's still strong, putting us on our toast. Yeah, the giant mammals are gone. Americans learned how good sheep meat is in Australia, and New Zealand would get rich. I tried it, it's got a little bit of a flavor to it. It's not a neutral meat, maybe that's why it hasn't caught on quite as sweet. Cause lamb has a bit of a flavor like goats, but maybe all the animals do. But North Americans are so used to the taste of cow and pig that they don't notice anymore. It's just different, never the same. Lamb is delicious, yeah, I agree. Especially in a curry. I'm busting out like a flurry. I got rap in the game so great, I gotta do more things or I'm gonna relate. Do you believe in God? Gustav asked. I answered this on another chat, but I could rap about it, I guess. The short version is no, the long version is yes. Edward Jessic has a frowny face. Philippa Beckman says same thing. I gotta get more folks. My contacts are fogging up. I actually fixed my glasses with some super glue that works now, but I thought I'd try to just keep it how it is now that you can see my eyes. I kinda like it. Mutton curry in India means goat, FM, FYI. Not lamb like in the US, maybe, but there are places that serve real, that do serve lamb around here. Aloha spirits, can you sing about your time at Triumph? Yeah, I went out to the west coast of Canada, to Vancouver, to the place of UBC where it's all up in your face. Right by the cool bays, and you can swim for days and see jellyfish and rays. I went over to what did I do? Let's see. I worked at a thing called Triumph. It was a tri-university Maison facility. They put electrons, they put protons in a big acceleron, a cyclotron, and they warp them up to 500 MeV, then collide them into targets with linear colliders and other beam pipe things, and they measure different parts of how the beam sprays. They were particularly looking at nuclear resonance of weird isotopes, like there's halo nuclei that only exist for like a millisecond, and when they goo, it's crazy. They got one neutron way out on the edge orbiting around the main nucleus, and other ones that are like in weird sorts of shapes. Like there's one that's shaped like a football, mate, cause actually nuclear physics is really weird and not intuitive. The drop model is kinda good, but after that you gotta go to shells like in electrons, cause neutrons are also fermions and they can't get into any structures like the other ones. I'm losing my track again. Anyway, when I was there, I was mostly doing grunt work, making things like switches work, and then I was a jerk, making just a lot of web types of things. Why am I wrapping this thing around my thumb? There's still part of a website up on Triumph that I made, and you might be able to find it, but I don't know the search terms. Probably something like laser spectroscopy. That's what I was doing. Hyperfine splitting, that's true. Lamb meat is very expensive. I prefer her lamb curry that's inventive. Nathan, Philippa Beckman, goats and sheep are so close genetically that they have known to interbreed. Is that real? Are they like mules where they can't reproduce? Or can you get a real goat-sheep hybrid? Tell me. Oh, I read a lot, gave me 2 wolves that are laughing. So I guess that means no checking the server. You chew, not today, we gotta save up. You knew that I'd be back to it though. If you made other posts in the discussion like creative projects, put it on it and that's a good thing. Cause then another time I will check it and sing about it. Like mules, ooh. You too. I guess animals like to breed with other animals, or do they just do it accidentally? Cause they don't have great eyesight or sense of smell, and they smell kinda similar, it's just as well, I guess. Oh my god, no. Neddy Sawiga says, is electron repulsion always stronger than gravity tug? Yes, Neddy, unless they're so energetic that they make a black hole, then that might be the same sort of thing. But usually not true. That's why we call gravity a very, very, very weak force. And it's actually a problem in the courses of physics. We call it the hierarchy conundrum. And we solve it with various structures. Like sometimes we propose that there's other dimensions, large scale, and gravity can wind around them. And that makes it weaker. While all of the other forces are confined to some sort of brain of force that is only 4-dimensional, and that's why they can't make the lines, the field lines stick out so much, and it makes them stronger. But really we don't know, we're just guessing right now, and maybe in the future we will figure it out. I'm gonna sing about the chorus before I lose my breath.
Chorus, oh yeah, chorus, oh chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus, oh yeah, chorus, oh chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now.
We're doing the chorus, so don't wanna bore us.
Chorus, oh chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus,
Doing chorus.
oh yeah, chorus, oh chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now.
Let's see, what have we got going in the stream? Alex Noss says, is there a force that enforces the Pauli exclusion principle? Or is it more fundamental than that? You see, Alex, it's kind of both. You see, actually, it's more fundamental, cause clearly, if you've got something like a bit flip, which is how fermionic fields work, it can't exist in a state except for 0 and 1. Try to go to 2, there isn't a state to get there, boo. But the way that it makes itself known in the universe is like a force, so we talk about how to make it make sense with the force construction of the universe events. Like inside the sun, there is exclusion principle forces pulling apart everything. So if you've got a degenerate matter, like a white dwarf star made of carbon atoms, oh, it's the electrons pushing apart that keeps the star up. But eventually, because actually electrons are not an actual thing, they can collide with other types of field and collapse into neutrons, yeah, and yield to that kind of gravity. Maybe exclusion is only temporary cause there's a way out, so it acts like a force, and then you get to neutron degeneracy, same course, but then that too has some sort of limit. Eventually it can't resist the pull of gravity, but how that works quantum mechanically can't be seen, cause we don't know how gravity behaves at those rates, those kind of paces. So it's a little difficult to figure out, but fundamentally it's like fundamental, but nothing is fundamental clearly, cause we don't have a theory of everything yet. Dean Friedman says, awesome, check. Fermion's anti-symmetric something, that's too long, but that's just a mathematical function. It's not really how it behaves, it's probably convergent in some sort of way, emergent properties of deeper things that we don't know about, so I can't really answer you eventually. Either way it acts like a force, so you could use it as one. Of course, a force is just a thing that can counteract other forces, and in that way, Pauli exclusion fits the bill. Hey, the food I prepare is terrible. Nathan Raj, you'll get better though. As you go through life trying different things, it's just like chemistry in your kitchen. See, just do experiments one at a time. Control all the variables, take your time and keep your rhyme and keep your head cool, and you make cool food food eventually. That's how we do. Ooh, aloha, everybody says Catherine. We're here again from Hawaii. That's when we go to the different places. I like Hawaii, but I can't write, cause what's the main difference between fermions and bosons? Well, Vishal Han, I will answer y'all. Fermions cannot be in the same state when they try to get that they repel each other. Actually, a fermion is made of fields digitally, kinda that, where there can be only zeros and ones, and if you put one on top of the other, it can't become, so it has to stay apart in different sections. That's how you can think about the dimensions of these things. While bosons, they can pile up like waves of, I don't know, sound and stuff. Cause the sound wave can be different heights. It can be soft or loud or even louder or a shout. But that's not what the fermion can be. It can't build up in resonant frequencies. You gotta bash against each other. That's why it makes matter the way it is. It can pile up and make matter go around hard and stuff. Is this working? I feel like I'm lagging. Gravity is a very weak force compared to magnetic repulsion. My hesh, my dev, that's true, that's what you knew. Thanks. How goes, Catherine? Should we worry? I don't know, should you? Clearly, Catherine is probably just away for a little bit. One kid showed up and we hung up for a bit. Catherine, is that because you went back to school today? That behavior sage giving me lots of different colors of hearts. We got purple ones, we got blue and pink and blue and purple again. I made a special icon thing for the 50th, but okay, that's going on. Man, you choose, that'd be sweet. Maybe we can do it right here on the beat. Let's see if we can go over to the second verse. Over here, that's what it's worth. Hey, we got this. We could go over to the Discord, which is the one that it's in. You chew, let me know so I can go and scroll to it quick, and I don't have to waste time doing Discord shit. Meta surfaces, Vlad KSP, are those the ones made of metamaterials that are micro constructed so they can make different functions? Like you can have a light wave at the nanoscale, bend around them, perfect camouflage. I don't know how you do that, I haven't looked it up, but it's pretty sweet. I guess that's how you do with wave mechanics. You're welcome, Vishal Han. We're gonna see if you choose. Got things up there in the creative projects. Let's go there. We gotta go through the bulletins. It's not bulletins, common spaces. Mods, where is this again? I don't remember it. Hobbies, probably creative projects. We're gonna rock it. That's what we got. Here's you doing the things. We got a new sort of logo for yo. YouTube, that's pretty cool. It looks 3D rendered. I'm not sure that it is, but cool. What else we got? Is that the one? Thank you, YouTube. That's fun. And then we got also this thing. It's like a black hole in space lensing. That's pretty sweet. Is that the one? Did we get it? Let's see what else we got in the chat. Here is the lensing effects. I like that. That's hot, says Atreya. And then we got this different layer. Non-Euclidean dreamer showing us this kind of fractal structure. Looks like a puzzle, a little bit like quilting, but also like it could be a fractal. I don't know really. Hey, there's Mickey Mouse, maybe it's water. That's a little bit weird for the bonds though, because the bonds really surround both of these protons and electrons in a sort of clump. Yeah. Jamie's making this thing like that, yeah. And that looks like Monsters Inc. I think that that's enough. We're gonna go back to the main video and put this up and change the view back to here so we can see it. And clearly I don't mean it. I don't know how to be it. So let's see what we're doing now in the chat. Black kites, that would be a thing. I like that. One species of a firebird is called black kites. That would make a great title for a sci-fi horror movie. Truly, it would, Sarah Elder. Maybe you should write that, make it good, better. You got nothing to do in the chat. If you're stuck at home, make a movie stat. Alex not. That looks cool. Tim, did you see the lay? No, did you? What's a lay? Is that the thing around your neck in Hawaii that's made of feathers or plants? Submarines that then rise. There is a submarine down right now in my garage. It's not true. I don't know what I'm talking about. I gotta rhyme sometimes, but maybe we'll do a chorus for a minute so I can get my mind on straight and think of my business. And then I'll talk about submarines, and it will be the greatest thing on the whole entire stream, singing
chorus, oh yeah, chorus, oh, chorus. I'm doing a chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus, oh yeah, chorus, oh, chorus. I'm doing a chorus for 2 hours.
we're gonna do it to the
chorus,
gonna do it to the chorus.
chorus.
We're gonna stick it to the chorus.
Chorus, I'm doing a chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus, oh yeah, chorus.
Gonna do that chorus, so
Chorus, I'm doing a chorus for 2 hours now.
it's a 2-hour rap, and the next thing we got is we gotta do something by Nathan Raj, cause he says we should rap about submarines. I don't know a lot about them, I'll see what I can do. The main thing that I know is that the positive pressure so the overflow of air goes out of the cracks instead of going in, so air escapes instead of water rushing into them. A submarine, how did it start? Give me facts, Nathan Raj, I don't know this part. I know that it gotta be pressurized to save them from being destructed by lots of different types of, maybe a bathyscaphe doesn't actually have positive pressure, cause that seems like maybe at the bottom of a trench it would destruct you oh so well if you tried to make it. So the bathyscaphe is just a single barometric chamber that you can invade with your pressure, but it can't get through. Got really thick windows down there. You go to the bottom of the Challenger Deep, and that's when you spot them fish. You didn't think that they could be there, but you're Jacques Cousteau when you don't have a care. Some nuclear submarines powered by radiation. Not just that, I think waiting down there is a fission reactor all spent, making rods and all the mints, and that's how it works. Is there another type? Lots of submarines, it's not really a difficult kind of thing to imagine. Just take a bubble, put it under the water, you can breathe there, that kind of thing. There are even spiders doing it, making things out of silk and then floating in the pond and going down catching fish, and that's how they do it with the submarine. Yeah, I wish that I could do that, put a silk thread from a butt around me in a bubble and then go down into the bottom of the ocean, but I can't, I don't have that kind of skill, no. You know how long it's been since I've had legitimately good food, Zach S. Oh, maybe you should learn to cook it for a little bit. Make it your own so you can bake it with different things that you find at the supermarket. Right now they're all stocked up with all kinds of flour and butter and whatever. They got, I don't know, hopefully the supply chains are working again. I don't know too much about submarines, but it's on my syllabus. Nathan, that's great. I hope that you become an expert in all things transportation related, invading all the spaces. Well, there's rice and beans, yeah, I got them. I got onions and things in them, and I got a new hot sauce, putting it on, and it's great. Makes my tongue fire on. Oh, how long till we get AGI or a full human neural net we can try? Oh, which one do you think will the first humanity achieve? I don't think that a neural net that's actually like humanity could get there. There's some waste of space that goes from having to have mitochondria and things, keeping your brain going and making it better at releasing heat and other kinds of physical necessities that you wouldn't have to have in a kind of robotic machine. So probably it'll be kind of architecturally similar to a brain, but not quite the same. Oh, a different vein, like a neural net. You see, we don't make birds fly. We don't make planes fly like birds do. But even though we do, planes are still similar to birds in that the wings are the same shape. But they work in different ways, cause it's a different engineering structure to make. Oh, so probably it will be the same with AGI, but I don't know when it'll be there. Oh, lots of people, if you ask them, say it'll be like 100 years from now. But if that's true, I don't really know how to compute that figure. Artificial intelligence is one of those things. Been 50 years across for 50 years, 50 years away, or maybe just 20, like fusion. Maybe it'll get there someday, but it's probably hard to see. Will we even see it when it sneaks up on us? Are we ready? Clearly not really. Do we know how to control something more smart than us? I don't know, I think not. Oh, how do bees fly if the laws of aviation say that they can't fly? That's not a true fact about bees. You just saw it on Bee Movie with Dairy. Don't get me wrong, I know how to cook. Indian cooking is resource intensive. Look, to get it right though, I lack resources at the moment. Of course, Zach, I know that. You gotta get the right spices and put them in the right order and fight it too. It's like when you're in an organic chemistry lab. There's lots of things that can go wrong and make your food taste bad. It was Jastic says I used to be a good cook, but then I went vegan, so now I have to look back from scratch. And then my ambition is to cook delicious food, despite being plant-based. Space. Fraunhofer diffraction, what is that? I don't remember that. Somebody tell me in the chat what's that, cause probably I do know the phenomenon, but I forgot the name, cause names isn't my strong suit. Oh yeah, I only know about the yellow submarine, says Sarah Elder. That's a good one, why not green? It could be good if we had green submarines in the waves like we should. Maybe blue to camouflage like we're an octopus or a cuttlefish, cause they're off the hook. They can make lots of different chromatophores, and the scales go and make every kind of different coral shape. Doppler effect, that's when you got a wave that's going in one direction, you go in this way, and the wave goes by quicker cause you're here and you're there, and waves getting smaller, not bigger, but then you go by in this fast in this way, and it has a delay when it reaches you, and so the Doppler effect makes you go wee-oo, and that's how we go there and see do. Like a sea-doo traveling by, that's how it goes when it flies all across of the water. Who invented the sea-doo? I don't know. Do you do? See you? Is it the same as a ski-doo? Was it Bombardier? Cause that guy was a Québécois, man. Hey, allez, rapper en français pour un moment, mais je peux pas faire ça pour longtemps. No, just some fruits, eggs, and rice and beans. You got nutritional wee-oo. I got distracted. Squirrel, what's that? Butter chicken, yeah, good. Poor Zach S is so hungry. Zach S, you should feed yourself. Clearly, cuttlefish are cool, yeah. How many tentacles do they have? I can't remember. Gravitational lensing, yeah, that's when you got gravity warp in space, making all light curve. Cause all the curved lines are all there are. There is no straight line in a curved kind of space. So a straight line is what a light tries to go along, but really you can't really. So it goes in a little bit of a curve, and that's how you see it, and it looks like it converges. And the gravitational lensing effect, you can get black holes making doubles of stars after them. The star comes out from both directions and reconverges on your eyes, making it look like there were two. That's how you compute where the dark matter in the galaxy clusters move. There's a thing called the bullet cluster. The bullet cluster where you can see by lensing structures where the dark matter is. The two dark matter clumps collided and went through them, and lumps of real matter didn't. They got stuck on each other and made out like a bow shock, but actually the dark matter separated, and now you can see the masses over here waiting, and all the visible mass in the X-ray spectrum is over here keeping itself away from them. Check. And then you know the dark matter's real, cause you can't see the matter that's making gravitational fields. Nous sommes spécial, oui, merci, Vlad TSP. Look at me, c'est vrai, hey Tim, par maintenant dit. Chaque personne son talent, oui, Kéros go, c'est vrai amusant que tu dis ça, oui. I gotta go, says Yu-Chu. Thanks, Yu-Chu, for the 50th anniversary logo. I'm glad that we saw it here. Chaque person, yes, Isabel says hi and makes a wave, and maybe also with chicken. Why is there a chicken? What are you wishing? What are you wishing for me to get? Omelette, du fromage et de bage et baguette, et je vais à la bibliothèque. Can we get an exoplanet as detailed in our solar system neighbor with 2-inch telescope? No, you can't. You need one the size of a planet. No, there's a thing called diffraction limiting, and if you don't get that, then you can't see anything closer than the range that you want to. But a chicken is delicious, that's true. Chickens are made tasty by CRISPR. That would be a thing if you were allowed to make them. If you put a chicken in a deep fryer, is it crisper or is it just on fire? Je parle pas français, that's okay, Alex cannot, neither do I. What's the chickens? Why are we talking about chickens for a sec? Are the drums plugged in? They are. Oh, we could do that, but that wouldn't be rap. I don't know if I'm allowed to play the drums, cause would that be breaking the 2 hours that I promised to you? Chicken grown in a lab is better than chicken grown in a farm, that's facts, I think that's true. As long as they taste the same, it feels like the one in the lab would be less extreme. And the way that we raise chickens currently is dangerous for H5N1 and other things, and also it's just not good for the survival of chickens and their happiness. If we could minimize the way that we abuse them like we currently do and make it in a lab, I'd like it, I don't know about you. Chicken is delicious. Not allowed, who decide that? I did, it's my business. Cause this is a 2-hour rap fest, and that's what we gotta do, and there's no time to waste. If I play the drums, then I'll lose my flow. I gotta keep going on and on off of the dome. And your pitch says let's try and laugh in emoji. What does that mean? Clearly, I don't know. Weaponize the chickens. Yeah, the chickens weaponize and flu, that's their business. Cause if you keep them crowded in cages, all converging and sharing the problems and viruses, clearly, eventually there will be one that grows that's so deadly it spreads and kills the fold, and then gets out into human beings and rages as a plague, just like COVID-19 does today. Chickens with lasers, that would be a new kind of danger. Chickens with frickin' laser beams all over their heads, and their brains, they predate the chickens by thousands of years. Eggs predate chickens, I misread that. I thought that you were talking about predators and that eggs eat chickens like they were grabbing them and stuffing them in. And that's how chickens get into their eggs, but I see now you meant the other kind of predate, like eggs came before, and that is true, cause the chicken was new and the egg is old too. Amniotic animals, when they got up on land, they put water in an egg and kept them in a shell to keep them from drying out and then they went up so well and stayed on the land. I learned that from Bill Wirt's History of the Whole Damn Planet. There was nothing funny about spherical chickens traveling at high velocity. That is pretty funny. I don't know about you, Vlad, but I think it's true that it is pretty cool if a chicken could go so fast that when it lands on the planet it gets cooked like that. How fast would it have to go? Something like 25,000 kilometers an hour. 1 hour in, 1 hour to go. Yeah, aloha spirits, that's how we go. I'm feeling good about this. Can you believe the Waski rap for 34 hours on a stream just last week, breaking the record and making it possible to raise more money for COVID-19? Tell the Oviraptor fossil story. That isn't boring, maybe I'll tell it again. Oviraptor was a thing called an egg thief, cause it tried to steal things, but really it was just keeping them. The Oviraptor that they found next to eggs, they thought with amazement that it had taken all these eggs from its neighbors cause they seemed too big, but actually the Oviraptor was being a good dad. Keeping those eggs warm so they could hatch into little proto-forms of birds, cause Oviraptor was the same genus that had eventually the birds that came from them. Bohemian Rhapsody, I can't do that, no, this is a rap, see? Bohemian rap, that could be a fact about a thing that we did. Would that work? Is this the real life? I don't know. Is there a single first of a species? A species is defined when a large number of animals are sufficiently different from their predecessors. Yeah, but definitions are just what we make them. They're all made up. The only real stuff is the atoms and maybe fields in a void, and after that everything is here in your brain. Can you do rap versions of your other songs? Maybe you could try to maybe sing along with them. Should we take a break from this rap off of the dome and go to a thing that we've already done, like lyrics of a song? If I want to do that, that's fine, but I feel like that's kinda cheating. What I wanted to do was keep rapping the stream all day, and herbivores are great. They eat plants and plants eat the sun's heat. They heat the heat and light are the same thing. Light is energy, heat is the function things. Heat, people say that heat is IR, and I guess that's true, but really it's not real, it's not that, because heat is actually just energy. Any type of energy, could be light or whatever, see. Arguably that's entirely arbitrary, given that we've rarely seen a speciation event, or you've seen it in Galapagos though, and named a single breeding pair of species. So, wherever, what, happy, whatever you do. Cows, cows and cows, I don't know about you. Thoughts on fractals, I really like them. Mandelbrot was a great friend of the channel. Really? He died before I was born, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. What did Ben Mandelbrot do? What was his life? I don't know about you. Anyway, fractals are really cool. They take a single seed and they make them cool and go around, and they decide whether to include them in the set by whether they go to extreme numbers or not. They divide and they are fractally self-similar down the line, and they have relations to chaos theory and such, and also maybe to how the universe functions. Fractal structure, like Conway's game of life, that's how it is. I wonder if there's something about an arbitrary random Conway's game of life, and what's his fractal dimension? Does anybody know? Somebody mentioned that, tell me how it goes. Maybe it doesn't actually have fractal dimensions. I don't know if it's a real fractal, just self-similar or complicated from simple things. Somebody tell me that they look the same, but I haven't mathematically mapped it out. Give this a shout. Hey, I mentioned this. What are Canada's VMS deposits? I don't know, Raphael, I've never heard about that. Does that stand for virtual machine science stat? I don't think so. The most I know about fractal dimensions is from Weihart's theories on dragons. Grant Sanderson, 3 blue, 1 brown, has a good analogy too. That's the only problem, Nathan Raj. What does that mean? KFC less than JEFC, jet and fried chicken. Jet engines would collide with chickens, they might explode and the plane would go down. Oh no, I don't want that to happen. If you got a bird strike, the plane will survive. But if you got two, like a whole flock of geese, then you're screwed. Oh, who knew? You gotta land in the Hudson River, like Tom Hanks did in that movie. Hope he got better. I think he did. He had COVID-19, one of the first of the celebrities to get it in the new generation. Jet fuel residue though. It's tasty, hope you knew though. Spherical chickens in a vacuum. Lol, yeah, Sully, yeah. It's a bully. He isn't. Tom Hanks is apparently a really sweet man, but I don't know about the guy really. The guy named Sully that actually landed a plane on the Hudson when he was commanded to. What else can you do if a flock of birds gets into your goose sky loose and I don't know what to do? We can't stop, we gotta go on and on, rapping to the break of dawn. So we're gonna do a chorus and keep the song going.
Chorus, oh yeah, chorus, oh chorus. I'm doing a chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus, oh yeah, chorus, oh chorus. I'm doing a chorus for 2 hours.
Let's oscillate together, yeah.
Chorus,
greatest of pilots. Am I ripping off 21 pilots? They didn't invent rap.
Chorus for 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
Chorus, oh yeah, chorus, oh chorus. I'm doing a chorus for 2 hours now.
Let's see, Jamie Barrett says, can we rap about crystals? Do I know about them? Do I miss them? Let's see, crystals grow from a singular nucleation site where a single molecule gets just right, where other molecules can align and attach to them in a pattern, making a structure, cause electrons try to spread out and keep themselves organized by how much they repel and attract. They find some sort of equilibrium, usually it's tetrahedral or maybe it's cubic, it depends. Whatever that kinda ends, if you get a lot of molecules with particular structures talking in the same way, they would make a macrostructure with some sort of similarity. Maybe it's sixfold, maybe it's clever, see. Maybe you got a face center cubic, maybe bought center. That's what you knew, that it is the best kind of structure for packing. But diamond is the strongest tetrahedral interacting. It's It's also cause that is a double bond. No, it isn't. Double bonds are in graphene along, and graphene bonds make them very strong in the middle of the plane, but not up and down, no. But in the carbon, it's all interlinked. The tetrahedral structures between different layers sink into it and make it very strong, hard to pull out. It's a crystal, has no planes that you can shear it at, unlike graphite, where you can take it off layers all day and night. And the salt that has breaking points, cause it's just an ionic crystal of sorts. It's just Cl here and Na and all comparing into the sphere. Is it engineering science? Maybe, it depends on your definitions clearly. I would say that it is. It's applied science if it's anything. You take science and you apply it to making cool things. Crystals have no medicinal properties. That depends, whoa, pa, on the crystal, you see. Cause for example, you've got salt, and that would be great, and you would die without it. There's lots of crystallized things that are medicinal, but it's the molecules given that property to them, and not the crystals themselves. It's nothing about the structure of them that makes you well, no. This is cool, by the way. Do you think that I keep rapping the same? Should I change up my flow? I don't know, but I can't really do it any other way. It's too fast for me to think straight. Buzz Aldrin, he had a crystal, did he? No, that's a different conversation. Clearly, Buzz Aldrin went to the moon, so did you eventually. Maybe in your lifetime you could. I hope that I can go to space someday. The space tourism gets down to the kind where you can make it into space for like a few bucks and see the stars and maybe the trucks down below on the ground and see how small you are. How do you freestyle so awesome? Well, I'll tell you, Twisted Hills gamer. You just think about things and put them into the structure, and you hope by the end of the sentence that you can find something to wrap it and to make it a rhyme. And if you think of a rhyme, you try to save it up and put it at the end of the sentence, and then you go back to other things. And if you don't make a particular rhyme, then you say it's a win anyway, and you return to another process and keep it fluid, keep yourself honest. See, I fail when I'm talking about how to rap, cause it's hard to rap meta like that. Let's rap in triplets. Maybe it's a little fast, I think, to rap in triplets. See, that would be business level rapping, and I'm not that good. I got to slow it down to keep it in my head. I'd say science is a process, not a field of applying that process, but not the collections of results from the method. Maybe, but science is what you make it. Clearly, whether it's science or not, engineering is definitely STEM. We all stand STEM here, do we? What about STEAM? Can we put the arts in it? STEAM, yeah, that would be my business, cause I'm an artist taking physics and mathematics and chemistry and put them on the internet. Neil Armstrong, yeah, are you just naming people that went to the moon? Is that your game? I'm exhausted from all Tim's rapping. That's okay, Catherine Rose, go, you can just watch it. Steam Squad, Sophios, yeah. Are there other letters that we can add? If it gets too long, will we run out of words that we can make it really good to make it a verb? Steam and STEM can both be verbs and nouns. That's the great thing about them. You can steam, or you can STEM, or you can have steam, STEM, they, them. Other things I love about computer science is the result can itself be a process. Yeah, that's math. Computer science is facts. It's things about logic and that, and all the Turing machines, you can invent them. We have the science of the real computers sent them. Computer science, let's see. Did I click something that I did? And then I made, there's you choose thing. Hey, look at that, we're back there. 485, what does that mean? No compare. Hey, let's go back. Man, it's been an hour, we're halfway there. Yodeling, getting steamy. I don't want to do that on this little streamy. I think that it would be kind of embarrassing if I yodeled all the time. Oh wait, I did it. Oh no, let's see, we're talking engineers, need to mention here. Turning tension and stress into a professional career. Yeah, we learn to be relentless. So whether you're a chemist, inventor of medicines, or a dental hygienist, apprentice in theoretical dietetics, so let us just get up and represent. You know the world has got a nerd fetish. That was a rap that I said long ago. Thank you for reminding me of that. Plastic RPad, that's how we rap in the chat. Yeah. Dare learner, and don't forget, HTML is not a programming language. What is it? Can't you write programs with it? Isn't that the definition of a programming thing? I don't know. Legit question. Yeah, I'd tell you. Zach asked the question. Dad KSP gave me $1.99. Thank you. And you got a foam finger pointing to the sky. Oh, that's why. Another way to do raps is not to worry too much about exact rhymes. Cause you can rhyme time with tie or side or vibe or whatever you want. Just make it kind of combined. Oh, neoteny. That's when you get facial symmetry. No, that's not what it is at all. NC Smith, let's start it over, make it a call. Neoteny is when you get a process that takes the developmental thing that makes it less. You don't go all the way to the full adult making sense. Instead, you stay kind of like a child, like an axolotl, or like birds when dinosaurs are their fathers. Oh, and humans are like that too. We look older when we were chimps, now we look new, cause we need our heads bigger like babies, and also our faces we like them to look like little children. For some reason, it's weird. It's one of those sexual selection things, that's what I fear. Oh, Nithin Raj says, why was my chat deleted? I don't know, we got no mods, Nithin Raj. Are you sure that it was? Because I don't think it would be. Right now we got nothing on the stream, so please don't abuse it. What is the programming language? The question is PL. Researchers don't know the answer to, but one of my friends is working on something like that. People talk about debating whether DNA is a language that's waiting for you, cause it has a decoding metric, a decoding way, and particular encoding features. I think that DNA is for all intents and purposes some kind of coding language. It's not absurd that it could get a coding language randomly produced. Just because it's not by a human doesn't mean that it doesn't act like all the same things that a coding language should. If you could compile it, you pile it into proteins, that's how it does. Acts like a language. Oh, why not? Because, it's not a programming language. It's a scripting language. I think that's the handle that they put on it. But it's the same thing, really, isn't it? It's just how you use them. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Maybe there's ways where people would want to make that differentiation. We got a lot of drop frames. Are we being really, are we coming through fine, or are we kinda glitchy where I stop all the time? Cause I got drop frames and maybe I'm over-expressing the problems in my CPU. I got too many things going on, like green screening in the back all around and grabbing from different windows. I hope that it's clear and okay though. Jamie Barrett, thanks for the £2 stream. Science, tech, rap, engineering, art, and maths, yeah. Oh, I like that. We're gonna put that on a t-shirt. No, actually not, but that's pretty cool anyway. I like that. Put it all day. Can I steal your ideas, Jamie Barrett? Cause you seem to have lots of good ones. The stream's pretty good. Mine's only glitchy occasionally. Yeah, I've got drop frames all over the stream though. It says right now I've had 16,000 dropped in an hour. That's not great, no. King Blay, king of multitasking and looping. And computing different things that I can say in rhyme format. It's pretty hard, but I'm pretty good for that. And the other thing I would say about rapping long is just keep it strong and keep going on and practice every day. A stream is good for that, cause I've been rapping all the time for the past 50 bats. And after that many at-bats, you gotta get good at swinging a bat, so you get that same in the rap game. Flow switch, hey, I'm switching up the flow. I thought you didn't know. Can I do this kind of astronomy? Really I don't know what to say. Scott Manley is our Lord and Savior. Why is that true, lad? I have a chorus. We're gonna get to another chorus right now. Say
chorus. Oh yeah, chorus. Oh, chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus. Oh yeah, chorus.
Do the chorus now.
Chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus. Oh yeah, chorus.
Yeah.
Oh, chorus.
Chorus now.
Chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus. Oh yeah, chorus. Oh, chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now.
I'm out of water, what will I do now? It's like a slaughter, what will we do when I run out of ways to keep my voice all sensitive and keeping it properly moist? I hope that I can make it without water for the next 40 minutes, mate. But I don't think I will. We'll have to see. Hydrate and represent. Yeah, clearly it's gonna be hard. And Smith says it's a little glitchy. I tried a thing then where I realized I had two versions of the stream at the same time as I was broadcasting. It was also playing them in the background for no particular reason. I'm not proud that I can make it good. You need to bring 2 bottles. Yeah, I wish I would. Play the chorus and go fetch some water. Maybe I will the next time. Oh, that's hotter than the idea of just keeping going in a marathon on and on. That you need you need to bring 2 bottles. Yeah, maybe I'll swallow and I can follow that. I dabble, says Vlad KSP. What do you dabble in? Some kids from the school used to work and came up with a name. What name? Oh, I don't know. Speaking moistly, that's what I gotta do. If I dry out, then the stream will end for you. Then he'd have to go pee. Moi, what does that mean? Catherine Rose Gold, please tell us, cause you know Hawaiian, but none of us does. Yes. The asteroid, what is that? Oh yeah, it's the long one. The people said that it might have been an alien probe coming to invent and investigate Earth. Is that true? Probably not. It was just a big hunk of rock, but it was pretty weirdly shaped. It was like this. How does that form? I don't know a way. You should use an IV. Oh, maybe that would be better than trying to rap here and keep all of my fluids in check. But I want fluids in my mouth to keep my voice specked. Steve Jobs, what about him? I read a biography about him a long time ago. He started out the child of immigrants. I think actually he was adopted from Iranians to his father. Yeah, and then he got to start making with Wozniak in the basement, making lots of freaking types of things, making phone calls to the phone server, making them do various things they weren't supposed to do. And then he started to get into Apple computers along with Wozniak. They told things from Xerox and used a mouse to track on a screen the first kind of bitmap, and they put that in a computer. That's that. And then he kept going on, but eventually he got fired from his firm because he was really crazy about making all of the factories particular colors and things. He wasn't very good at dealing with the real world, preferred his little boxes with rounded corners, but then eventually invented lots of things. Got Pixar and took him off of the ground, invented Toy Story and other stuff. And then the Apple came back, they said it's not enough. We got this iMac, but we can't make it go. And so we gotta bring Steve back, keep our flow, and made of iPhone, stole from a lot of different kinds of technology. Eventually they took market supremacy. BlackRock owns 50% of Apple. Who's BlackRock? Nithin Raj. Moi is Hawaiian for messenger from afar, arriving first. But that works, even if it was an alien probe. That would just mean that we really did know how to label it properly in Hawaiian. That's great. I'm gonna chime in on another thing, something about quantum computing. And Kit Bastio and saving grace. You got a different thing to rap about. The main part of quantum computing is bits, qubits that you can put in a... What do you... quantum computing work? I died there. Let's see. Quantum computing, that's when you take a single bit, a qubit that can be 1, 0 and all that shit, and you can make it different combinations of them, like pi over 2, 1 plus 2, and it can make different forms, and that because that you can rotate it from one to another in a sphere of possibility space, and that's much greater than a flip of 0, 1, but that's what it enables you to do is to... I don't know what you can do with the quantum computer. There's actually not many algorithms. There's one to factor big numbers, and clearly that's the only one that people care about. Cracking encryption for now. I don't really know about the business of what else you can do. Actually, most of the time, it's just a few tricks that you use. You gotta get more people on that side of things, understanding quantum mechanics and creativity, that you can make it better and have more things to pull levers on the quantum. What am I saying? We're gonna... I need to get 2 pieces of TJ, which I don't know. Hey. Wait a second. Did my stream die? No, it didn't. It just turned the screens off from lack of use, cause I haven't changed the views in a long time. Shoot. blockchain, pile of doobie. That's when you got a long chain of computing power and people are solving different puzzles and they have a proof of work and they upload them to a chain that's kept by everybody else, everybody updating. Oh, and they can tell when you've done the work. If you want to take it over, you gotta have the computing power in the verse. Oh, and if you don't, then you gotta be honest, cause that's what the blockchain solves it. So you can have distributed systems where you can verify transactions and witness them by one party and verify with all. Oh, that's great. And you can make that call without some sort of authority, decentralized. But the problem with Bitcoin is it isn't great at making lots of different things a second. There's kind of a limit on how many there are, that you can do like 10 in a second, I think, and that's not enough to take over the entire transaction rate of like credit cards. So other things come in. Ethereum is great, it's made by my friend. Oh, and you can have lots of things built upon it, cause Ethereum has a second layer that is on it. Oh, you can do like a blockchain generalized to make things all computing wise. You can solve the problem of how do you track fish or different metals from different stacks. Oh, quantum computers go like 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. It might be your evolutionary era to build one. What does that mean, dear learner? I don't really know. It's further, we gotta look into it. It's not the same as NP though. What's Alex Notes saying? I don't really know. I think there's a special complexity class of computer science problems that can be solved in polynomial time with quantum computers, but it's weird. It's only probabilistic, that's true. I fear that everything that you do with the quantum computer has a small chance of being wrong, but if you check it along and do enough repetitions of it, then you can get that back in linear time anyway. And the problem of being slightly wrong is the same problem that you got in normal computing, cause in normal there could always be a bit flip from a gamma ray or something. You need error correction anyway, so the fact that it's probabilistic, what the hey, you know? What's the second layer of Ethereum? I don't know the details, you should look into it, but on top of the particular task of making all the transactions happen, there's also a plan that you can have a generic blockchain information wearing it, so you can build different parts on top and maybe different algorithms in one shop. That's what Ethereum does. That's why it's interesting. It's a generalized platform for building things. With the blockchain, lots of people use it. I don't know, it's a little confusing though. Nith and Raj is the struggle. Computer science is where we struggle. That's true, I'm not good at it either. I don't know how to code as well as I'd like. I feel like I could be superhuman if I did it tight or right. Oh, who was your friend who made blockchain? Oh, I don't remember his name anymore. Who's the guy who invented blockchain? He's not really a friend, but he follows me on Facebook. Oh, actually Twitter, and supports my Patreon, and we've talked a few times, but now I'm blanking because his name is Russian and I've forgotten what it is. Oh no, don't show this to him. Oh yeah. Oh, it's time to do a chorus. We gotta do a chorus, so go a chorus, and we got a chorus. Oh no.
Chorus. Oh yeah, chorus. Oh, chorus. I'm doing a chorus for 2 hours.
It's not Nakamoto, no.
Chorus. Oh yeah, chorus. Oh, chorus. I'm doing a chorus for 2 hours now.
Nakamoto invented the blockchain, but there's a different guy who invented Ethereum. He's kind of autistic, I think. That's not an insult, it's just how he is. He's a genius. He played lots of World of Warcraft, then got bored and invented a blockchain that was better than the original Bitcoin. That's what I think. I don't know, though. And he beats on Alan Turing. Yeah, he was a genius and he wasn't very boring. Back in the day, he invented computing. Yeah, Vitalik Buterin, that's the guy, that's the one. Oh, why couldn't I remember? I had a blank, but thank you, Neil Gupta, for coming in a pinch. Oh, I just googled that. Well, that's what it is. Anyway, back to Alan Turing. Invented lots of computing power. Solved the problem of whether computers can solve every problem. They can't. It's called the halting problem, and he proved that a Turing machine couldn't solve them. But then he also went to war and he built a big bomb thing to crack the enigma of the Germans and solve the problem of how do we track our soldiers and their movements and theirs. Oh, and keep misinformation. And they say that maybe he stopped the war score by 2 years and made it easier to beat back the Nazis. And clearly they didn't like him still, cause he was gay, so they decided that they would put him in an institution or they would take away his ability to reproduce. And he was really sad and died and killed himself, I think. Oh, that's sad, but now we recognize that Alan Turing is a genius of the times. Oh, and more than anyone else except for von Neumann revolutionized our current world. Yeah, what's your name? My name is Tim Blay. We live near Hastings, England. Oh, hey, how do you even pulling this all off, Tim? That's amazing. Thanks, Vishal Chauhan. Wait, what are we gonna talk about next? My computer turned off again and I can't see the Twitch chat. Hey Twitch, what you got for me? You haven't said a lot, it's a little boring. Go Tim, go star, thank you, aloha spirits. I'm gonna go far if I can clear it. Can fresh water be made sustainably from salt water? Yeah, if you have the energy. That's just that it's kind of energetically difficult, because entropy likes for there to be salt and water. Oh, better than salt and water separated. So you got to pump in a way to keep them the entropy low and high in the universe, but not there. Go away to a different way of making it. Oh, right now reverse osmosis, does that do it? I don't know, I can't remember. You can distill them, but that's really expensive, because the way to take out is to just heat water to a boiling point, and that's a lot of waste heat. I don't know if there could be better ways. I think they're doing them with semi-permeable membranes, that's how I remember. Oh, and pump it through them with pressure. His death might actually have been an accident, I'm not sure, said Ali Dilla 1. Should look that up, I can't remember, no. But I think that it was a suicide, which is really sad. Oh, I don't love that. I don't have anything clever to say about sad events in the life of science. They should have given him a medal, but instead nobody knew about it till he was dead, cause everything was kept under wraps, cause there was a war, it was confidential, but now we know the score. Alan Turing is a bad man, and by bad I mean good. Sicilian defense, I don't know about chess. Do you, pal of Doobie? I just know that's a thing that people talk about, and sometimes I watch chess videos on YouTube, but most of the time I'm just kind of viewing. I don't understand what they're doing, but I still enjoy something about seeing a skill that I don't have, that I don't understand. That's rad still. Oh, satellites and probes use it. The Sicilian defense? I don't think they do. Probably you're talking about something else. It's a rocket engine. What is it? Oh, something about a little bit. Something about turboprops. Oh yeah, turboprops. They are beyond compare. They take air and put it behind you, and you fly higher in the sky. Yeah, that's what you do. Oh, satellites are really useful. They can take GPS and they can track you. They need general relativity to work, otherwise they'd put you in a lake clearly. Oh, don't trust your GPS if it's not made by someone who takes Einstein seriously, because otherwise it'll be off by feet or inches, maybe, probably like a few meters actually. Combine harvesters, how did they work? I'm not sure, but I think that they're pretty magical. Engineering of farming, that's logical. Man, you can be great at anything. Don't let yourself be defined by the little things that your parents say your society says is a high-tech career worthy of your brains, cause somebody had to invent the farming equipment that makes all of the world run, and that's fun. Even though sometimes we think of some fields as less important than others. Oh, if you were a plumber but you had a great brain, maybe you would invent something insane, amazing, that makes plumbing great. And all of solving problems like plumbing now solved all the epidemic problems of the past. How about that? We need brains in different fields all of the time, so keep doing what you like and I'll keep on rhyming, cause that's what I want. I like to do it and I'm hoping that that means I'll be better at doing that and make more of a contribution to the world than any other thing that I could imagine here. Oh, The Imitation Game. Yeah, that's a very good movie with Benedict Cumberbatch playing Alan Turing. That was his name. Oh, say it and then we'll go back to the chorus once again. Hey,
chorus. Oh yeah, chorus. Oh, chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours.
Robot took our jobs, yeah.
Chorus. Oh yeah, chorus. Oh, chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours.
The chorus and the chorus now. And the chorus, tensorship of the torus. Oh, what's a tensor? It's a tensor, don't bore us. You think I'd have more rhymes for chorus at this time, but I don't know.
Now chorus.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, chorus. Oh, chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours
Now we've been rapping for like an hour and a half. That's pretty great. That is a fact. Oh, let's see. Sean Ale says the combine harvester is the robot that took our jobs. Yeah, I'm not sure, cause clearly we got still employed people. They went to different jobs in the service industry still, and we got lots more food, and hopefully we can make that work for all robots in the future. Cause if robots take all our jobs, then we got all the productivity that we want, and maybe at that point we can decouple capitalism from the system that makes you have to do that to get food in you. If there's lots of production that doesn't take work, then what's a human's function? But basically, it's just to play and vent and creativity things all of the day, and that should be what we're striving for. Oh, a robot could make that and more, but we got to make society useful for it, and maybe we'll see, and we'll get to a chorus eventually, where I talk about that. Porous is another thing that rhymes with chorus. I'll keep that in the back of my mind. Loris, the slow Loris, that's a great one. I'm gonna keep all the time. Yeet for the wheat, oh weak. That's a great line. Yeet for the wheat. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Sean Ale says, yeah, it's the joke. 80% of humans were farmers before the combine invented. Harvester, then the harvester made it so we could do all things. That's true, but eventually there will come a time when robots take everything that we could imagine with our minds doing. They'll just be better at everything, and that would be a problem, I think, for meaning in society. We'd have to figure it out, but I'm willing to kind of take that as it comes to us, cause I kind of like the idea of a world where everyone can do whatever they want and not have to worry about surpluses of food and whether they get them. It'll be quite cool, I think. And when we get to that bridge, maybe we'll be all on the same page on how to solve it. Oh, they won't take my weed, says Vlad KSP. Oh, what do you mean? You might say the jobs were combined. Oh, the combine harvester all of the time. Oh, robots will smoke all of the weed. I do believe that you are clearly you're right, Neil. That's what robots are for. Oh, X-Ash A112. I like that name as well. I'm gonna use it and steal it if it can be a name that anybody can have, or did they patent it? I hope not, cause maybe I wanna be X-Ash A112 for the rest of the time. That would be great. I could go around and say, I have the name first, go away. And maybe Kanye jumps on the train and we get lots of people named after random letters in planes. Hey, sounds good. Oh. Taurus, Chorus, Taurus, Boris, Morris, Loris, Forest. Forest. We could rhyme forest with Taurus. Chorus. That could be good. What do we got in the world? We got Pop Pine Pump at Ann Smith saying nuclear energy can be used for that purpose while also generating electricity. We'll need much more of that sort of thing. Yeah, there's lots of things. If we had infinite energy, we could solve a lot of problems that we can't currently. Like, we could pull carbon out of the atmosphere with energy. That's a process like desalination, yeah. And then we could also maybe invent lots of things that make sure we don't spend all too much time putting energy back in. What else could we do with unlimited energy? We could definitely solve our dependency on fossil fuels. That would be helpful. Eventually there would come a time where the earth was just so hot from the energy that we produced, we'd have to figure out how to dump that. That might be the limit, but that's not coming soon. If we can solve the physics of how to keep the CO2 out of the atmosphere, solving the climate change fears, and then there we can go to space and make food out of energy. Oh, maybe all food is energy anyway, cause all matter is down at the bottom rate. Electric vehicles, yeah. If you have unlimited energy, that's clear that that's what you can do. You could irrigate and make light from plants inside, and all day you could make them produce food in optimal conditions. Live long and prosper, yeah. Neil DeGeneres Tyson. What does that mean? Is he generous? I like him. Not really, actually. I think he's kind of a jerk on Twitter, but he made lots of cool science first. Sequester CO2 in plastics. Yeah. I hope that I could have one day a CO2 plastic thing in my cupboard that was made out of CO2 from the air. Actually, you can do that if you have anything that's made out of wood, cause that's made out of carbon that came from the air. CO2 trees do that all day. Hang in there, Tim, you can do it. Yeah, I'm getting to the limit of my fluids and also the limit of what my brain can do. I've been doing this for 40 minutes and an hour too. Oh, glad KSP. Oh, you're talking about Elon still? Oh, or Neil deGrasse Tyson. There's too many things that we have, and that podcast is, you know, the top of the charts, and lots of people go on it. It's a little difficult to keep up with who's saying what, and I think it's cool though that people can just talk for 2 hours and stuff, you know, that's new. And podcasts generally are pretty fun. It's much better than the old one where you got like 5 minutes in front of a camera somewhere and then they edited you down to what they wanted to say. Hey, it's a new platform and there's some birth pangs, but we're still figuring out how to make it better. I hope that we can make it in the future like this 2-hour content on YouTube. That's crazy. Imagine doing this 1995. I'd have to make like a tape and sell it, not even online, like in the street on a corner. Hey, do you want to buy my raps for $10, man? Oh, it's excellent. Glad KSP, it's heaven sent. Almost there, breathe in, breathe out, rap and shout for something new. That's what you're all about. Pot, pipe, pumps, sequester CO2 and plastics that we need anyway instead of oil. Lots of energy, yeah. The other thing you can do with unlimited energy is you don't just take CO2 out of the atmosphere. Instead you put it in oil and gasoline, and then you run it in cars and the fumes go back in a cycle. It's sustainable too, just the same as right now. You could, life does the same thing, takes carbon out and puts it back in. If we could do that with our cars, then gasoline wouldn't be a problem that far in the future. But also if you have unlimited energy, then other things become a lot easier, like building trains all over the place, and maybe also, I don't know, boring certain rates. Then you could get hyperloops under the ground. I don't know, maybe, shoot. Would be nice. Let's build the Dyson sphere, that's what I'd like. Build the sphere all around the sun, and then you can take all of its fusion power that it's emitting from the outside, turn it into energy, take yourself for a ride. That would mean that you're a Kardashev 2 or 3, I can't remember. I knew once about those civilization levels, but I don't remember them anymore, never. Space elevator first though. Oh yeah, if you take a space elevator you can go up to the stars without the rocket equation, the exponential rate of fuel consumption. Hey, but that's kind of difficult to get it up there. You got to take a big counterweight out beyond the geosynchronous orbit and store it up there, so it can act as a counter to your function of going up and down the kind of rope. The real problem though isn't that, even though it is a problem to get something that big up there, but real problem is how do you make the filament big enough and strong enough to hold all the weight of the stuff that's below it, cause even that also has an exponential expansion. The more rope you have, the more you need to hold it. So the filament that you climb up has to go up in a kind of exponential structure, and if it's really thin at the bottom, like a millimeter, at the top it has to be like a kilometer. But luckily the rate of expansion has to do with the strength and tension that it can handle, and with nanotubes maybe we could get something eventually that makes it there, then we could go to space easily. That might be how we get to that space tourism I'm talking about. I hope that it does, cause eventually I wanna see the planet from above, waiting for me. Virgin Group has made a prototype, Pal of Doobie. What kind of prototype is it? Is it one that actually goes to space, or is it just one that goes like a couple kilometers up? Howdy folks, and peace to y'all, Peter Charette. Yeah, that's a good call. I like that you're here. I've seen you before, but I didn't see you in the chat till this very moment. Sean L says Kardashev 2 is being able to use and control the energy of a planetary system. Okay. I guess Kardashev 3 is what I'm trying to say. It's the one where you got a sphere around the whole star, and you're using all the energy near and far that you can get out of it. You're making it dark, maybe that's why we never see aliens in the stars, cause if they got a Dyson swarm all around gathering all of that light, then it never comes over to a planet, and we would think that it's dark, and maybe that's what the black hole is that we spotted like 100,000 light years away. Maybe it's a civilization that goes dark like the quasar. like a laser invading you when the spider web material is a type of filament, yeah. But even that isn't strong enough, really, even though the proteins that hold it together are very strong. You need something next level to get along, to go that way, cause it's 100,000 K up into space. It's no kind of easy task, it's no cakewalk, that's what I'm trying to say. Boron nitride versus graphene carbon nanotubes. I don't know about boron nitride. Tell me, Jamie Barrett, what is that about? Is it even stronger than carbon nanotubes of graphene? Tell me, I would like to know clearly. Yeah, no, we're talking about Kardashev 2. Kardashev 3 can use and control all the energy in the galaxy. Okay, then I guess Kardashev 2 is clearly what we're trying to do. Oh, a planetary system. Sorry, I misread that. I thought that you meant just the planet itself. I guess that's 102. Okay, yeah, that's what we're done. With all the gold that's coming out of your mouth, we really need a Tim Post channel in the Discord, silly. Oh, maybe I'll make one, but if we don't, that's okay. We can make it later. Oh, how about an orbital ring? Oh, you could do that and make it sustain. Oh, a Dyson swarm is what you gotta do. A bunch of rings in different dimensions, and who knew? How fast can you read? Do you know your words per minute? It's not very fast. Twisted Hills Gamer, I actually read pretty slow. I read like as fast as I talk, if you didn't know. If I try to read faster than that, it goes in one eye and out my brain stack. I can't recall it. I gotta sit with it for a minute and envision this, witness it. So I don't like to read fast. I like to take my time and make it a blast. And then when I get to the end, I remember it. Unlike other people that seem to forget all of it. Maybe that's what they do. They just read fast and hope they remember the parts they liked in the past. But I want to remember everything, so I take my time. Oh, how do you do? Would somebody tell me with all of you, what is the fastest you can read and compute and kill? So keep all the things in your brain that you wanted to explain to others about the book that you blazed. Blaze it. Glad KSP 420 was in the past. We are now here. See, it's now 514, and that's pretty cool, cause that's my area code. 514 represent. Slow. Ooh, what are we gonna do to get the materials from the Dyson sphere? Asteroids? Or enough material in the solar system for that? Yeah, Jeff plays, it's not really that hard, cause the Dyson swarm doesn't have to be very thick. It just has to have a lot of area with arbitrarily thin length and capture all of the radiation. The real problem is just how to get it up there and to keep the satellites from colliding with all the others in the air. Makes sense. Don't want your space elevator reacting with the atmosphere. I don't know, but I'm reading, but my top type speed is about 90 words per minute. Yeah, I'm not that fast, I don't think, but I haven't really calculated it, I don't think. Maybe after this stream, I will try it. Maybe it's fast, but I don't buy it. I think I'm slow at a lot of things, kinda methodical. When I go to them, I try to figure them out constantly. I think fast, but I read slow. And then I rap fast though. Is this fast? Not really. There are people that clearly are a lot better than this than me. Virgin Group is lit, says Nith and Raj. I don't know much about it. Who owns it? Is that Richard Branson dude? Maybe we'll get a chorus that's new.
Chorus. I'm doing the chorus.
Doing chorus and chorus on the stream. We got a forest of chorus. We got porous in the chorus. A porous forest in a Taurus air. Don't bore us.
Chorus for 2 hours.
What else is in our orbit? Maybe we can spend tomorrow in line at the post office so you can get your package. Yeah, man, I wish. Probably I'll just do Saturday. I hope that it's still there by then, and then I'll come home and do the stream after that.
I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now.
We're almost done. The last 12 minutes, we're gonna have some fun. What the fuck is happening, says Thunderbird. I've been rapping for 2 hours, it's really absurd. Jeff plays, says the chorus is truly a magnum opus. Thanks, hey, Why is writing emails so scary, Radislava? Probably because you ignored them for too long, and now they're built up in your head as something that you disappointed that person, and you think that you have to show them that you really care. So you start to compose, but you don't know how to make it feel like it's realistic, so you decide to take a break and do something else, and then you get distracted because it's going well, whatever you were doing. Oh, what, then you don't go back and you forgot, and then you gotta start over again. Oh, and then you don't feel like you don't have a friend, and then you gotta do that, and it builds up. You look in your inbox, you got 500 emails rocking with you and messing with your brain. You get overwhelmed and you just sit back and cry for a bit, and then you go and answer all your emails in one day and put a lot of things like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know that I was keeping you, and you fail at getting those opportunities. So my advice to you is to, as soon as you see an email, treat yourself like an executive at a company. It's like, I got 1 second to answer this shortly. Don't worry about what you put in it. Don't care about the niceties. Hey, how are you? My day's going great. No, just say, hey, thanks. That's good, and then rattle them off like that. If you do it timely, people don't care that you don't really put a lot of effort into it. Oh, if you take a long time to answer, then people expect answers to be great, but you do them fast, you can put them at a crazy rate. Oh, that would be my advice. I'm not great at following it. I was for a little while, but now I got 500 emails again. But one time I had like 5,000, that was true. I got a friend to help me, I hired her to sort it out and make it so I wasn't afraid of my own inbox on Gmail, and now I've got problems again, but maybe I'll get her back and it'll be okay. Oh, sad but true, Vlad KSP. Agreed, hard truths, yeah, terribly. I would be a terrible executive then. Have you noticed that your professors do that all the time? You email them with a long crazy thing. I'm sorry that this thing is late, can I get an extension? How's your family? Try to sweeten the pot, and they don't answer a lot. They're just like, hey, yeah, sure, lol. Jonathan Haywood, I can't stand if my email inbox goes to the second page. Both of them are empty, that's great. It's probably good for your productivity. Hey, managed to sub finally. Oh, thank you, Yan, that's great. You got subscribed on Twitch Prime. I don't know how many we got, but you're in the first 10, I think, 'cause you got a little box in front of your name. First, a king, oh yeah, that's what it's worth. Jeff Plays says I can read a little faster than my neural speaking pace and still retain it, but then I read novels, I tend to read them at the same pace, cause I also think that to play it out in my head. Yeah, me too, Jeff Plays, it's like a long movie or something. If I can't look at it, envision the characters and how they would facially express with each other, then what's the point of even reading this novel? Just for information? That's not great, I don't want to do that. If I wanted to know just what had happened, I'd read the Wikipedia summary. That's when I just want to know how a thing ends, but I don't want to get through it. That's how you read if you read fast. Oh, yeah, then no, for sure. Most of my emails are politically spam. Oh, Peter Charette, that's, you gotta just stop signing up for all those political emails, I guess. I don't know. Did I break my flow? What do you think of audiobooks? I like them sometimes, but I gotta do particular things to listen to them, like doing household chores, cleaning up and doing dishes and making s'mores. Cause if I try to do an intellectual task while listening to audiobooks, I have a blast doing the thing that I'm trying to do, like video editing. But when I go back, think what I learned, I didn't learn anything. It's like it all went through again, like one year and out the other, when I said that I read too fast. I can't focus on two things at the same time. So it's gotta be something where I have one channel that's doing the work and another that can handle the information coming in and going to my brain. But I tried that this whole time. I've been listening to Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett, which is kind of a skeezy book, but it's really solid as a plot and lots of good characters too. Have you read that, any of you? But also I read part of the atomic bomb making thing by, I think it was Richard Harris, I don't know. Anyways, I couldn't focus on that when I was listening to it, cause I was trying to do CRISPR-Cas9, I think, and at the time I couldn't focus on two things at the time. So that video, or whatever it was, I was gonna make another one, but the Manhattan Project didn't end up happening. Maybe it would be a musical. Oh, I don't really know. I think listen to endless forms most beautiful when I'm on the treadmill. That's cool, K-Rose. That's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. You're doing it while you're doing exercising out. Because you don't need your mind to run on a treadmill. In fact, some of the time you get bored and that makes you want to stop. But if you distract your mind, then you can listen better to it. I'm in both chats, says Atomic J. I'm in both chats 42. Oh, hey, is that the same person? Or are the two of you with the same name on other chats playing this game? Okay, Nithin Raj, anyways, bye Tim. Bye Nathan Raj, thanks for the stream. I like that you stayed on for most of the time. And thanks for all the stuff that you put in my mind. Hey, or series, I saw the movie. Oh, clearly, is that what you're talking about? Hey, Valderic, all the cool kids have the first badges. That's true, get one stat on the Twitch. I'm awake, says Chiro Neko. Late to the party, but I'm awake now. Oh, let's go. Yeah, you can stay here for the last 6 minutes while I rap. But I started late, so maybe it's a little longer. Actually, cause I started at like 06. That means I got another 10 minutes of this. Oh, what should we do for the last 10? Tell me what to rap, put it in the chat. It's the same person. Atomic J wasn't an available username on Twitch. Yeah, that's the game, Atomic J. I knew that probably. It would be really unlikely to have two of you there saying the same things about how you're in both chats. But I wanted to rap that, so I did. Radoslava Bonarova fish, the ultimate mermaid food. Yeah, you're a fish, and so am I, dude. Everyone is a fish. Everyone is a mammal or even a reptile or a camel. Oh, you can all be a fish together. You just don't have fins anymore. You have little claws and stuff. The answer to life is 42. That doesn't fill up 10 minutes at all. Oh, but what's the question? That is the model that you gotta follow to figure it out. Oh, I don't know though. Oh, rap about recursive functions. Recursive functions are recursive functions are recursive functions are recursive functions. Oh, that's what they are. Oh, is that a tautology? Yeah, I think so. But we still have scales. My tetrapod ancestors, that's viva rocks, teeth, and scales. Oh, there's many things in the chat. A fish can't swim. Many fish can't swim, and I am him. What can we do with our little claws? We can claw out your eyeballs. Oh, is this getting weird? This is Tim at the end of the stream, getting out of brain space. I gotta do another chorus to reset.
Chorus, oh yeah, chorus, oh, chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. Chorus, oh yeah, chorus, oh,
do the chorus.
chorus.
Stretch your back, that's right, Alice C. and C. Smith, yeah.
Oh yeah, chorus.
Lots of slippery.
Chorus. I'm doing the chorus.
I got a little headache, yeah. Lots of fuzzy.
Oh yeah, chorus.
Cause scales.
Oh, chorus. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now.
It's the final verse, I hope you heard this. Did you stay for all 2 hours? I'm nervous that I'm gonna flag here at the end, but I think I got it. Yeah, thanks for being my friends. It's been 50 streams that we've been doing this. A little community here on the Discord and over on the Reddit that isn't really alive yet, but on Twitch, that's great. Thank you for all of your surviving here and doing this with me for the past 50 streams. Let me shout you out, tell me who you are, and I'll make it about y'all. We got Chino Hoshi from France, yeah, that's great. We got Vlad KSP, always a pleasure. Jonathan Haywood, Atomic J in both chats. K-Rose Whoa from Hawaii. We got Neil Gupta, Sarah Elder, Jamie Barrett, yeah, who's clever. Always giving me good ideas and also super chats. Oh, thanks for the stream, y'all. We got Neil Gupta, Memory Leak, what? We got Alice Ahmad on the Discord. Also Radoslava doing the same thing, and Zach S, yeah, they've been invaluable. Oh, Primo, Bacterial Chemotaxis, thank you. I hope that you can hack it there all alone, or with your family, or wherever you are. Yeah, stay safe in quarantine. Palab do be. We got Sigrid Hebdor, AA Bowser following me for a long time. Thanks for giving me this and here in my mind. We got Neil 8900. Thanks, man. I'm gonna go soon. Oh, Neil, thanks for being on here too. Vlad KSB gave me a good job. Oh, thank you so much. Peter Charette, supposedly all chordates have gill slits. That's true. Yours disappeared in utero. Biophile, thanks for being along. Nithan Raj didn't sleep. That's okay, you're here for the end of the song. Thanks for joining us. You can give us more facts all the time. I love your mind. Benjamin Adams. Edya Pitch. Zach S. Philippa Beckman. John White. Vishal Chauhan. I'm flagging here, guys. Raphael Valavanis. Thanks, Tim. You're great. Yeah. The Mam Guzian following me forever. Jimmy Barrett. Yeah, you are very clever. Once again. LA Dilla 1. Jan Hoffman. Yeah, I'm sorry that it's done and you missed most of it, but thanks for being here and you've kept me entertained on the Twitch stream for many weeks. Sarah Elder, thanks for being here. Happy 50th. It's been great helpful to have someone break up the grind with work in isolation. Thank you, Sarah Elder. Same to you. We got Lacey Slinger. Great job with much love. Yeah, if I was there, I would give you a hug, but I won't. I'll keep my 2-meter distance for now. Actually, more like 2,000 kilometers. Oh, well. Oh, the Mam Guzian. Thanks for all this fantastic stuff, Tim. Well done. Have a rest and rehydrate. Alathan Atherton, your voice still sounds amazing after that marathon. Oh, Pal of Doobie, thanks for being here. Make a mod for YouTube. Yeah, I will soon. I gotta figure it out. Maybe after I get the quarantine in place. Oh, and maybe a few more days. Sad I never commented on earlier streams. Primo, well, thank you for being here. Diddle Kendrick, thanks, Tim. Let's see who's there on the Twitch. Oh, I gotta scroll up a bit to see who it is. We got Dragon the Water just a little bit. Jeff plays Aloha Spirits, Atomic J. We got Ancy Smith, Chironeko. Hey, oh, Isabel holding it down. I know how to pronounce your name now, I think. Yuchu too. Oh, you're still going here. Yeah, you're just here for the ending where I tell you that I like you. Thanks for all that you've done for the creative projects and put lots of your drawings in. They got scientifically accurate, the crazy win. Oh, happy 50th. Thanks, Alice. This went better than I planned it, I think. I'm gonna sign off for now. Thanks for making the stream and see another 50. We gotta end it. We gotta end it. We're gonna sing about science. 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 Gonna sing about science. Another 50 streams into the future. Gonna sing about science. That's what we do. Oh, Alice, thanks you for the science. Oh my God, good job, Delilah. Defiance, thank you, Nilden Raj. I will be the last guy today. I saw yesterday. Maybe who was that? Who was the winner then? We're gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing, we're gonna always sing. Here in the future for another 10 years we will be here singing about science till the end. What? Yeah. We're gonna sing about, we're gonna sing about, sing about. We're gonna sing, gonna sing, gonna sing about the science till the end. We're gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing about science. I'm doing the chorus for 2 hours now. Science. We're gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing about science for 2 hours now. About science. 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 We're gonna sing about science now. Happy 50th stream. See you guys tomorrow.